everyone! Today I wanted to share with you the process of my most recent painting. This sweet boy is Brandon, and unfortunately he did pass away not too long ago, so I felt called to gift his mama a small portrait of him. And my apologies, I don't have any footage of me sketching. I was hunched over like a gremlin and I kept blocking the camera, so I really need to figure out a better angle for these videos. For my line work, I'm using a 0.3mm micron pen. Having done some master copies of some of Beatrix Potter's illustrations, I've learned to slow down at this stage and also be much more intentional about the direction of my lines. These are my 10-year-old koi watercolors. I got them in high school, and as you can tell, they're super crusty and old. I think they've become grainy over time, so it was about time I got some new paints. These were a Facebook Marketplace purchase, and I got them at a really good deal. These are the Holbein brand. I don't know where I got the confidence to use them for the first time on a painting that's a gift, but everything turned out well, thankfully, and I love these paints. They're super creamy, so easy to blend, and I think pairing them up with proper watercolor paper made the entire process so much easier. Before I got some better art supplies, and before I learned about patience, I used to really tear through paper because I would add too much water, or I would be too impatient and keep layering and layering, and sometimes I found myself treating watercolor like acrylic or oil, and I don't know why, because obviously these are all different mediums. But yeah, I've been practicing for the past 2 years, not consistently, but I've been coming back to watercolor a lot and I thoroughly enjoy it. Because I do gift out a lot of my paintings, I've grown to become super attached to these swatch cards. I've grown to have quite a collection of swatch cards, but they're not labeled or dated, so I'm gonna start doing that. But I don't know, just having a physical souvenir of the work that I've done, I love that so much. So if you're also someone who gives out any paintings or drawings, having little swatch cards, maybe having them all the same size and maybe putting them in an album sounds so cool. This painting took about 3 hours to complete, and I'm absolutely sure that it would have been a shorter amount of time if I wasn't constantly scrolling on my phone whenever I had to wait for paint to dry. It is such a bad habit that I want to stop entirely because it really disconnects me from my artwork and it just destroys the flow that I usually have when, painting with acrylics or oil. So that is something I really need to, what do they say, nip in the bud? You'll notice here that I used a very important tool. I got myself a color wheel because I admit I still need visual references when it comes to color. Highly recommend having one on hand. For this old man's hair and whiskers, I used a 0.5 Jelly Roll pen. And if you're familiar with these pens, they can be hit or miss. All of my white Jelly Roll pens skip, and so I don't really use them much. But for this painting, I think it makes sense. I like the effect that it has, so do with that info what you will. I'm sure there's way better white pens out there. Here he is, all super sweet and handsome. Let me know if you have any questions, and I am open to receiving any critiques that you may have. I'm still learning. And yeah, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I will see you on the next one.